Hey guys, it's me Val. Today I want to talk about school and accommodations for school and bullying. But yeah, I want to talk about that stuff today. Because as being a teacher, I find it very important that I can help someone in some way of like how they get through school, because it was sometimes not so much fun for me to get through school with my nystagmus. So yeah. Accommodation wise, in elementary and middle school, I had like the big books with the huge print. The book would be like the size of my desk, and I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I can read it. And then I also had two different kinds of magnifying glasses. One was like a small like bookmark size that I could just like pull down while I read. The other one was like a huge like sheet of paper one, so I just like put it on the page of the book and read it. They were both really helpful. The big books were helpful. And then another accommodation I had throughout the entire time being in school was like always being able to go into a smaller room where I like had extended time on exams and different things, because with the nystagmus and the eye movement, your eyes get tired very quickly of trying to like fight the movement to read. It makes you read slower, so I always needed that, so it was really helpful. When it comes to getting in college and finally being able to have technology to help me, I had a really cool program on my computer. Oh, I can't think of the name of it right now. When I think of the name of it, I will link it below. It was like a dragon or something. Maybe that was it. Where you like could highlight your like online textbooks and it would read it to you, and I was like, yes, because reading took forever in college. All the chapter work and all that stuff was like hours and hours and hours and hours because of my nystagmus. So that really helped. Another cool thing that I had was this like smart pen thing where I would take notes with it and it would record my lectures while I did that, because with my nystagmus I wasn't a visual learner because I couldn't see things, so I was more of an auditory learner, so it was like huge help being able to be like, oh, I missed that PowerPoint, you know, I missed it, I missed what she wrote on the whiteboard, oh good thing she said it out loud and I have it on audio record on my pen. So I highly recommend that for anyone with nystagmus or visual impairment. It's awesome, awesome tool. When it comes to other things that I found to be helpful in school, I always sat towards the front, which in college everyone's like, oh, I don't want to sit in the front. And I was always like, yeah, I'm sitting in the front by myself because I need to be able to see as much as possible. So I always sat in the front. I learned in high school, when I was like embarrassed to use the huge books and magnifying glasses, that it's helpful to like talk to your teachers and have them like do a printout of the PowerPoint. So I would do like the printout version where you could like see the PowerPoint and have like a note section next to it, and I would write down the notes while they had they were talking about PowerPoint. So yeah, it helped majorly because it was like, it's right here, I have it in front of me, I don't have to worry about focusing on seeing it, I just have to worry about listening to what they're saying, which was a huge help. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that helped me. I just always remember having a hard time with like the reading whiteboards. I always was like focusing on what they're saying, hoping they'd say it. So that's why those certain tools were like super helpful. Okay, now comes the part that I don't really want to talk about. Anyways, I don't really remember getting picked on too bad for my nystagmus and the stuff I used in elementary school. I remember like towards the end of middle school it started to get kind of like not so fun when I would whip out that huge book and that huge magnifying glass, which is why in high school I was like, I'm not using these anymore, because people would say things like, oh, there's the weird girl with the huge magnifying glass, and there's the weird girl with the huge book, and you know, they'd make comments, and I was always like, I'm just gonna pretend I don't hear them and just do what I need to do. So I just stopped using them completely, which is when I was like, okay, I at least need a printout of what you're talking about because I don't know what's going on. I can't see it. And yeah, so kids can just be, they can be cruel. So I just adapted myself so that I didn't have to hear that kind of stuff. Which was totally different in college. In college, I don't think any of my classmates even knew that I had a disability because the technology that I used was a pen that just, like I said, that just recorded. So, like, no one knew that I was using a special pen. You know, it wasn't like a huge book that's obvious or the huge magnifying glass that was obvious. So no one really knew, so I didn't really hear any of those comments, and I was just like, oh, it was so nice. And obviously I got through it all, and you can get through it all. I have a 4-year degree, so, I mean, all those things that people would say about me leaving the room to get the answers when really I just needed a bit of extra time and a quiet space because it took me longer to read things. Anyways, you can get through it. It'll just make you a stronger person. It's made me an extremely strong person. It's made me to the point where it's like, I don't really care what you say about me because I can't control it. I can't help it. I need to do what's best for me and what helps make me be able to function daily. So it's made me, I think, a stronger person. So you guys can get through it too. Alright, anyways, comment below different things that you found to help you. Like I said, I had a couple different tools. I found a couple different small technique things. So yeah, comment below because I want to see what else other people have used and have found to be helpful. Bye guys!